and got carried away. Understandable.
All the way carried away. All the way carried away. Man, I tell you.
Hey, that's the family life that it takes over, and it takes over whenever it wants to.
Oh, it does, and that's just how it is, you know. Hell. Sorry, everybody, I'm running behind a little bit. I mean, I already said I was gonna be starting the podcast 15 minutes late because of a couple things I had to do in the streets. I had to get home a little late, and then like right now, I was talking with my wife, and I had my baby in my hands, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And she said, babe, it's 7:45. That's when I just ran up here. I was like, oh shit, I gotta hurry up and get this thing done. This is episode 109 of the First and Framerates podcast. And we're gonna sit here and talk about these few topics about this game called Football History, which I really want to change that title.
What, to Football is History?
No, football isn't history because football keeps going. But I wanted to put the game on there, but that's okay. We'll just keep it at that. They'll catch on once we start talking. Yeah, I know you're trying to hit the microphone. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the game Football History by Kyle Anderson. Lack thereof, I guess. We're going to talk about a little about sports gaming growth and where it's actually going to be going, because I don't think it's going to go very far. I think it's going to be pretty much the status quo. And we're going to talk about these NFL playoff picks and pretty much just call it a night. So it's all good. As of right now, I do also want to apologize about the stream yesterday. It really wasn't my fault. There's times here, I live in the suburbs and I live in a subdivision in the suburbs. And there's time, I guess, other people are using the same, ISP. And when you use the same ISP, you get a lot of throttling. And I guess that last night was that night. I don't know. But it seems like everything's fine now. I had a talk with my internet service provider, and they told me like everything was fine. It's just the fact that a lot of people was on the internet yesterday. So that's something I need to keep in mind. They also suggested that I should probably get some more bandwidth. And that's something to think about. So I don't know. But nevertheless, I'm going to go back and I'm be streaming on Friday, which is tomorrow, and we're gonna get that back up and popping with the NC State Dynasty, and possibly we'll probably run the what's that? Yeah, the Oakland Raiders Dynasty as well. So DJ, what's been going on with you?
Man, nothing much. Apparently hurting people's feelings and having them erase me from their social media feed and whatnot.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why y'all fight with people on Twitter. I can't do it. I don't have that energy. I don't. You got one time. You got one time to go to the left on Twitter, and I just keep scrolling. I can't go back and forth.
No, the funny thing about it was that it wasn't really much. I'm like obviously it wasn't about sports, but then decided to just delete me from like a sports group, from like I'm friended on Facebook, and I was just like, damn, is that serious? I just mentioned a man's name, and I just have like one comment, which a million people make comments every single day. Yeah,
you got one time to make an out of line comment, and I just won't respond. I've told myself a while back, I'm not going back and forth. Like the last person I went back and forth with was like Kurt Ford, and you see how that went. And I just can't do it.
Oh yeah, I shut that down real quick.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not.
Once the real Kurt Ford starts speaking, yeah.
And see, that was even before that. It was even before that. He was just an idiot. It had nothing to do with him politically. It was just him being an idiot. And I was like, I'm not going back and forth on that and lower myself to that. I was good.
The thing is, I don't mind people being idiots. They're responsible for themselves, just like I'm responsible for my words. So it's just I just let them be. But the moment you cross that line, especially when it comes to racism and all them other joints, or when you generalize about something that's somebody pretending like they actually know me, like they know me in real life, then it's just like, you know what? You don't know me.
I get it. I just don't let it go that far. Like if you're not saying nothing intelligent when you respond to me, then I'd be like, have a nice day. I just don't. I mean, it's just I've been on Twitter too long to be worrying about what other people saying, especially when it's not nothing constructive. Nevertheless, Me myself, I've been doing good. I got rid of a couple of consoles. I'm cleaning out some things that I don't use.
Were they the oldest consoles, or were they just?
They were the newer ones.
Of course, the newer ones.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to spend more time with this PC. This new PC I built, I put about $1,200 in it. So I'm not gonna spend no time playing, PS4 and Xbox One. I do want to play Last of Us 2, but that can wait.
I just saw what Bill's put in the chat. A couple things that I had to do in the streets, like selling drugs to buy KB3 more toys.
Yeah, I saw that too. Like I said, I got rid of them. I'm just gonna be, as far as newer games, I'm just gonna be playing them on PC. I'm looking at these consoles. I was like, Xbox One, what do I play on there? Nothing, because all those games on PC now. PS4, what am I playing on there? Like my last couple of games I played on PS4 was Castlevania, the Castlevania series, the 2D one, and I was playing Contra. I got those on other consoles, and like I said, these other games that are quote unquote exclusives, I just don't have the desire to play them right now.
Baby Yoda.
You feel the same way too, right? Exactly. So I mean, it's just I just want to invest more time in this PC I built. I put a lot of money into it, so I might as well do something with it.
Because eventually, I know I'm gonna eventually build a PC myself. I know I talked about that the last stream, so it's just
right
when I want to get to it, when I'm able to get to it.
Right. No, it's no thing like Apex. I mean, look, I still got 16 consoles in here. I'm not getting rid of all of them. It's like shit. Like after this podcast, I might play Nintendo 64. That's just how it is.
Yeah, we probably be playing like WWE No Mercy and whatnot.
Right, exactly. I mean, I play those things. So it's just that the newer consoles, I play 98% of the games on PC. Mm-hmm. I care less about the exclusives. I still haven't finished God of War on PS4. It just never captured me. Nevertheless, football history. Cal Anderson just recently put out. Well, he didn't do it. SGO.
Wait, man, hold up. Stop real quick. He's in the hospital.
Who's in the hospital?
It says y'all get me through this overnight stay in the hospital right now. Is he okay?
I'll take it that he is, because all the jokes he's saying. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just making sure, because I'm like, I see hospital and he talking about overnight stay. Hopefully, if it's okay. Well, hopefully, wish you a speedy recovery, Bills. That was.
Yeah, he said he's fine. Acid reflux. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I hope everything's work out for you, man. I know how that is at times. My wife has that every now and then. You getting sleepy? Yeah, you getting sleepy. They only get one nap now in daycare, so I know you're sleepy. You don't care, dude. You still gonna play and try to knock everything over.
He says he'll be out tomorrow. It's just precautionary. All right, cool.
Right.
About to say, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, man. Everybody watch over Bills, man. Have him, just think about him, because he's not feeling too well right now. Like I said, SGO, shout out to them. If y'all don't know who SGO is, they're the ones that exposed Moody for the Shaquille Griffin situation. And they actually put out. I'm not going to link to the video. I can care less.
If you're already in the Discord, you already seen it by now.
Right. So. Exactly. If you're in the Discord, you've seen it, and they basically put out the
like an update.
Yeah, update information and update on that game. And I'm highly pleased at the fact that they did that. And DJ was talking about, why did they do this? Because of clickbait or whatever. No, this is the reason why I approve of it, because I this type of stuff that needs to be clickbaited. This type of stuff that needs to be on many eyes as possible, so people can see how trash these games look. No, I'm dead serious.
I knew you was going in that direction. That's why I didn't say anything.
Yeah, don't
going
in
that direction.
Yeah, don't sit here and just say, hey, let's not talk about this game because it's so bad. No, everybody needs to see this so everybody can come up with an opinion about this game. It's a shame that this game is in the state it's in. I'll just put it like that. Where's your bottle, baby? Where you put your bottle? Oh, here you go.
Well, while you guys are looking for your bottle,
No, he got it. He got it.
okay, cool.
No, it's just a shame that that the game is in the state it's in because it looks really bad, even in the video. And I've been trying to tell people, like, look, this dude is not trying to put out. I ain't gonna say he's not trying to put out a proper game. He was trying to deceive people at first. And when I put that video out, which is on this channel, you can go back and check that out. When I did that, he blocked me on Twitter. It's like, yo, that doesn't save you from me being critical of your game. I mean, it's not like shit is not going to go away because eventually a lot of people are going to see this. And like I said, I thank SGO for doing that because a lot of people need to see this. And I looked at the video. My problem is, why does this video have a lot of likes? Now I'm starting to question SGO's channel because anybody has that type of anybody puts up that type of content, it should get a lot of dislikes of how poor the game looks. So I'm not casting any aspersions on their channel because they do good work, but that video do not deserve that many likes. I'll just put it like that. DJ, what are your thoughts about this in this whole situation?
Oh boy. Well, first of all, I know in the video they talked about how he couldn't, because it hurts to know that all that bad footage from the beginning was all on the Unreal Engine.
Right.
And it was just like, you mean to tell me you couldn't get anything better than what you put out there on YouTube? You made the Unreal Engine look horrible. I've seen people run other stuff way better than, with simple stuff on Unreal than he could on with this football history. And then the excuse was, oh, I couldn't really find any developers that work on the Unreal Engine. I'm like, there are thousands. That's what I'm saying.
No, I will give him credit because the time that me and him was talking, and he was on my Sunday conversation about this game, he said the main thing he had a problem was getting people to work on the game. Now, I don't know if it's an Unreal Engine thing or just people just did not want to work with him in general, but he was having an issue with people getting, working on the game, helping him build the game. So I will give him some leeway on that. Maybe I don't think it's an Unreal Engine thing. I'll just put it that way.
Well, I won't, because I think it was him. Honestly,
that's what I said. I don't think it's an Unreal Engine.
I know. You have your leniency as far as this is concerned, but I'm not going to be lenient in this form or fashion. I just believe that it's him. I think that there are plenty of people out here that can work on the Unreal Engine. I think it's the fact that it's affordability. Can you afford to pay people? And that's what I'm saying. It's him, not necessarily the engine.
Money do talk. I agree. All right, what's going on? I can't hear nothing. Where you at, DJ? The sound is going out.
I drop out.
Yeah, I think your sound was going out because I thought it was me at first because I thinking about the issue I had yesterday, but no, my internet's good today.
Well, it's funny because it was happening earlier in the day. I was having trouble logging on, and this was just through my PC. And earlier on my phone, I was having trouble. Let me move my phone away because sometimes it could be my phone because they're both on Wi-Fi. Right. But yeah, so I'm like, and I'm not saying it's him personally, but if you don't have the funds, you can't really find anybody to.
Well, see, that's what I was saying. He said that on the Sunday conversation back in 2016, 2015. No, this was 2015. He said this on the Sunday conversation. He said he had problems getting funds to pay people. That's why I say I get that. Now, I mean, I'm not going to knock that on. But the flip side of that is like, where's this game going? Because I'm looking at the graphics, I'm looking at the gameplay, I'm looking at the movement. Nobody's going to play this game in this state. I just don't see it.
Didn't they talk about the fact that he was going to start out as the management aspect? Like you can manage all the aspects of being a GM and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
and then eventually be able to play it. And I was just like, you know what? No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like some type of football manager or something like that.
Yeah, he's trying to be the best of both worlds, and he hasn't landed on any rock of a planet of any type of functionality in that game. It's just, I'm like, I can't.
Right. I mean, my thing is at the end of the day, I don't think as of right now, I'm not sure if the game is going anywhere. my main issue with the game is like you're trying to pass this off as something that it's not. And like as of right now, we just have to wait and see. But if you don't get better player models, you don't get better movement. I mean, the game just looks terrible. I mean, like that's just what King David said. It's like it's just so bad. The game is bad right now. And me personally, I don't know why SGO actually put this game out here to be advertised, because it shouldn't be spotlighted because of the way it looks, but it needs to be spotlighted because people need to see it and have their opinion about it.
Well, maybe he pushed it on SGO, like, hey, could you put this out there? I'm trying to get this game out. I'm trying to, get whoever. And maybe SGO was like, you know what? All right, I'll do it. Kind of like resistant, but like, you know what? It just to stop you from, spamming my email or whatever. I'll do a video. No harm, no foul. It's not going to kill me. So
right.
But that's pure speculation. I don't know what the exact conversation was. So.
I mean, my thing is at the end of the day, he probably asked them to put it out there, and they just did it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You want your creation to get as much exposure as possible. At times, but I'm just looking at it like if I was SGO, I'm looking like, what is this? This is nothing. It's not nothing to put out there. But if you insist, we will. Mm-hmm. So, all right, that's like Ravens Nation just said. He said it probably shouldn't be showcased right now, but he's just trying to get some new eyes on his product, which I get it. So, it is what it is. Do I agree with it? Yeah, probably not. But nevertheless, we'll see where it goes, and we're gonna keep pushing it. And whenever news come about, we'll talk about it. So, first of all, before we go to the next topic, thanks to everybody here in the chat. You can catch us on Discord. Join the Discord, so you don't have to just worry about talking in this chat. You can talk. You can talk to us in various chats on our Discord. DJ's vlog, check that out. He did one on NBA 2K20. iTunes and SoundCloud. You know where you can download this podcast when you're not catching us live, and it's just we just keep it rolling. Any other thoughts you got about football history? I mean, what you got any closing arguments about this?
Closing arguments. As a prosecutor, this game should not come out due to the poor graphics, the poor animations, and the poor advertisement. Well, now hopefully better advertisement. Now SGO put the video out to show how poorly this game will be when it comes out. I think he also said it was 80% complete.
Oh, so you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? No, he didn't say that. DJ, he didn't say that.
Like a quarter to.
DJ, you lying, man.
Watch the video again.
I didn't listen to it. I just watched it. I watched it, but I didn't listen to it.
Oh, so you did the picture, the silent movie treatment?
Yeah, I did a silent video. because my thing was I listened to the part where they had him on the video talking like they was like live streaming, or they was chatting with each other or something.
Yeah.
So I got to that point. I just cut off the audio after that because I wanted to see the gameplay.
Because there's a release date window for later this year.
Man, stop playing, man.
That's why I'm like, no. That's why I was just like, everybody had to watch that video because that is just hilarious. After 4 years, we're in our 4th year of this, right? And King Havo has a game out that's pretty good. That's on Steam. I urge everybody to go and favorite that on their Steam wish list. He's got a pretty good. I mean, he's done Havo for what he was able to do. I don't know. Havo was using the Unity engine because I know Kyle Anderson had to switch to the Unity engine. But yeah, go put on your wish list King Havo's game. But
I think that's actually gonna be pretty decent. A little 8-bit game. That's pretty cool.
I like how we can transition away from Cal. Enough about Cal. We can talk about Havo's game just for a quick second. But I like how he's step by step, block by block, has put this game together. And it may be a game for you. It may not be a game for you. But it definitely seems like it will. Make you think like you're playing like Tecmo Bowl or Tecmo Super Bowl, those type of games. So the animation, for what it is, it's pretty decent.
I like. I mean, obviously, we at First and Framerates in general just don't see eye to eye with Havo because of the way he goes hard with 2K football. But I have to give him props. He's done a phenomenal job with this game. I really like what and I told him that on Twitter, and we don't follow each other, but I told him, I like, yo, if you get this out here, I will support this because I like the way it is. I like the way he's building it, and it looks like it's gonna be a fun game.
And the fact that it's already heading towards Steam, that's a step ahead of the other guy, but yeah, and definitely 20,000 years ahead of IMV Gaming. So
Okay. So if it's years ahead of Kyle Anderson, 20 years ahead of IMV Gaming, how many years is ahead of Damon Grow?
Oh boy!
Oh, hey, I found them pictures.
Hennessy, maybe a bottle of Hennessy ahead.
Somebody sent me some pictures of Damon Grow.
No.
Maybe one day I'll show those pictures. Those pictures are pretty damning.
Man, you may save them pictures for the Discord.
Maybe one day I might put them in the Discord because y'all join the Discord. I might put them out there this weekend because I think the only person saw them was Bills. Bills, you're the only one.
I haven't seen any of these pictures.
Yeah, Bills, I sent them to you, right?
Alleged pictures.
These not alleged, bro.
I can say alleged because I haven't seen them. Until I see them, they are alleged.
Bills, how legit?
Lars Sullivan pictures.
Bills, how legit these pictures are? Tell them how legit these pictures are. Really, they're very legit.
They have TMZ type pictures.
Yeah, straight up, they TMZ type pictures. Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head on that one. But nevertheless, let's talk about the sports gaming growth. I mean, you've been playing NHL. I've been dibbling down with Madden 20 again on because with this new PC, I wanted to see what Madden looked like on running on this PC. So I played a few games of Madden 20. I'm thinking about the future of it. I know the new console's not out yet. We don't know the spec with the Xbox One Series X, PS5 with their logo. Everybody's going crazy over the new old PS5 logo. But I can't stop thinking about the growth of sports gaming. I really doubt that it's going to go sim, but will it get to the point where everybody can be happy? Do they have the technology? I think they had it for a while, but just for the case of discussion and people in the chat as well, what do you guys think that the growth of it, is it actually growing in just have fun angle, or is it just put something out there type angle? I mean, what are we looking at, DJ?
It seems like the common thread is that they're just trying to put something out to appeal to new people. I'm like, whether they're your casuals, they're your people that are in other genres. I'm like, you look at Madden, they went with the story mode when they went with I forgot what was it before they named it Face of the Franchise. I can't remember it because
it was something. It was some stupid story. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. And that's the first year it was Long Shot. There it is.
Yeah, Long Shot.
They went with Long Shot, which was like a cinematic, interactive cinematic story mode. So it seemed like Madden and certain games like that, FIFA had theirs. They did that first, capturing people that would like to see stuff like that go to movies, go out to cinemas that normally don't play games. And on top of that, you look at the gameplay mechanics for a lot of these sports games, either becoming simplified or just outright ridiculous with how overpowered certain functionality can be to go along with the training wheels on these functions. Visual aids,
DJ.
Some shooters aim assist. Yeah, what's up?
I didn't want you to leave you. I didn't want to leave you hanging, but my son got one eye open. He's literally trying to fall asleep. I'm gonna go take him downstairs.
Oh no, go ahead.
You go ahead and finish up. I'll catch up with you when you're done.
Gotcha. But yeah, you got these games with these visual aids, aim assists. Like with Madden, you have Yeah, Pooh, bring back the QB vision. But like with Madden, you have the tackle cone, you have the defensive assist, you have
All right, I lied. I'm gonna just rock him to sleep instead of just waiting until he's half asleep. Go ahead.
Bills was like, "This is my show now, host." That's actually the feeling I had about the Discord. But anyway, but yeah, you have all these training wheel type mechanics that are in these games now that are geared towards casuals and new users. So the trend is heading in that fashion. They're willing to let go of a lot of hardcore sim type gamers that are good with the complicated mechanics, like a NBA 2K mechanics system. I'm like, I look at NHL, I feel like they can go a little deeper in their control scheme, their control setup to give more control, not just offensively, but defensively. But then you see stuff like their NHL looks like they're more focused on the world of Shell because that took off as of last year. You have your ultimate team modes in FIFA, NHL, and Madden. NBA 2K has their My Team, their gambling loot box. Their NBA 2K TV. It's like it's more of like an entertainment, like a all around entertainment, where it's not just about the game anymore. Now it's just what kind of entertainment can we bring you, and how can we bring you in so that you're playing the game, but you're also viewing the entertainment and you're messing around with like the loot box.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, so do you feel like the growth of sports gaming, like you said with NBA 2K, do you feel like it's more of an entertainment type of deal where people are playing a game to be entertained, not necessarily learn the game of basketball or actually trying to play basketball?
I believe it's going in that route. You look at the commercials. Like commercials back in the day used to showcase what you could do in game as far as gameplay. Like if it was like NBA Live or NBA 2K, you would see like the spin moves, you would see like the layups, dunks. They would showcase the players, teams, arenas, stuff like that. They don't even really do that anymore. Now they showcase, the modes, play with your friends in this outdoor park arena. They don't even talk about the core game as much. I'm like, luckily you have a couple of developers or a couple of people on the 2K staff that focus and are still trying to keep the core gameplay, but they have to flush it through 2K TV or stuff like that because you won't see it in a commercial, especially the gambling and the microtransaction era of gaming. Especially, it's mostly in other games, but sports gaming definitely. It's more of an entertainment thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with NBA 2K is being like that, and I know I'm probably sounding a little somber, but my son is literally laying in my arms asleep, so I don't want to wake him up by getting too loud. But nevertheless, I really feel that way, and I feel like Madden's going in that route as well with Madden Championship Series. Now, don't get me wrong. You see some mechanics in Madden that are more sim, believe it or not. It's just that the game overall still caters to that the other aspect of actual football is the tournament style. And I think that's where their entertainment comes in, because you see them on ESPN, you see they do that thing on Twitch, and you see them trying to get on other areas, other platforms, so people can watch instead of just say, hey, let's play with the Ravens and learn how to the concepts of their offense. They don't do that anymore. Like even with 2K, when 2K was on the PlayStation 3, there was a thing called 2KU, and you would go there and you would learn the moves. Now, I think they still had it in 2K now, but it wasn't pushed as much as it was back in the PlayStation 3 era. Back in the PlayStation 3 era, like as soon as you cut the game on, it's not like this demo thing I'm talking about, like you play a demo with NBA 2K, the recent ones. Like when you cut the game on, you really had a 2K University where you learn how to post up, learn how to dribble, time your shots, jab steps, triple threat, how to shield and hold the ball. They don't do that anymore. Madden started to do that. Madden started to do that with the training things that they had, but they got away from that real quick. It's still in the game, but they don't push it as hard. It's just that when you look at games that are actually trying to push the sport, you always look at like an NHL. That's one thing. When you told me about NHL, because I was already on NHL 14 on PS3, but I didn't know how much advanced has gotten on the newer console. So when I got NHL 18, I felt like there was one of the, if not the best hockey game I've ever played. And that's like right there with 2K5 is a close second, because that game teaches you the sport. Games don't do that no more. And I think that's people like us were kind of, like I said this before, like left out in the cold because they don't cater to us anymore. I see all y'all I see all of y'all your chat stuff in the chat. Please give me a second. Please be patient with me. I'm gonna take my son downstairs and we're gonna interact with you guys. I'm literally holding him with both my arms. But Ravens Nation did ask, the last training Madden had was PS3. No, they actually had it in Madden 25. They had it in 15. I think they still got it in all the games. They just don't push it. In Madden 25, definitely in Madden 25, they pushed it hard to where they wanted you to go into the training session.
That's buried in all the menus now.
Now it's buried in the menus, but Rex Dixon and company really made sure you went to training back in Madden 25. And I think in 15 as well. They really tried to push it for a while, and then it just kind of went away. So, but when I feel like playing sports games, I think the real true growth of a gaming title is pretty much what NHL has done as far as teaching you the game. Because once you teach somebody the game and teach them how to play, and there's real differentiation of players, then you're going to have stuff like you have with my live streams. Like when I play NCAA 08 or Madden 08, it feels like a game. The players feel alive. The arena feels alive. It doesn't feel as bland because you don't feel like you're playing a video game. You feel like you're running a team. And it's something that I think that's the priceless enjoyment that is missing. Dang, I think that's a good phrase. The priceless enjoyment that we're missing out of sports titles. Because if you guys haven't watched my streams, when you see somebody like a Allen take back a pick six, or you see Timbers kick back, get a punt return or something like that, or I drop a dime in the end zone for a touchdown on my lower tier quarterback. See, stuff like that is way more satisfying than just saying, oh, I think I can, juke the hell out of somebody with my stick skills. And I think that's something like that you don't see that in games anymore. And this is one of the reasons why I still play the older games. It's not because I'm just some retro freak. I want something that feels like I'm running a team. King David just said it best. The players feel like players beyond ratings. Couldn't said it better. I'm gonna let you close it out, DJ, real quick. This boy is heavy.
Yeah, I feel he's dead weight at this point.
Right.
But
so I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, I definitely wanted to bring up NHL on David's point. Looking at my NHL franchise, the way it's popping up, I'm noticing that the coach that I have, and this is what is good about NHL 20 having a coaching carousel, which, hint, hint, Madden should have been had a long time ago. Would have made life a lot easier, and have whatever's featured in the coaching carousel incorporated like NHL does. I'm seeing that my players, according to the coach's scheme, it's not working. Like, players are out of position. There are players that outright don't like the scheme that they're running for the line that they're on. And I've had to take over the line change duties because of the fact that I wanted to put certain players in position where they can at least run the strategy appropriate for them, so it would make the offense run a lot smoother. Now, I've had one person who's been injured. He actually came back, and he's going to be playing in the next game against the Rangers. But when Kuzi was out, I had to make some changes, had to move some people around, and it just threw our offense out of whack. Like, we couldn't get anything done. We went in a losing streak. I felt like if I was doing like currently I am doing video updates on the franchise, and I feel like I can create a story between myself as the GM and the coach, whoever's coaching that squad, and saying, hey, I could see where a GM may want to run a team one way, and we see how the coach has the team running something completely opposite. Because I'm looking at the Washington Capitals roster, and I'm just like, if this were system A that I wanted to run, those players would be able to fit. But no, this coach that they gave me right out the gate, I can fire him at any time. I can fire him, possibly elevate the assistant coach. I can possibly hire somebody who's available. I think there's one coach that's available, but NHL has over 300 some fictitious coaches that you can choose from with different systems and different schemes that affect the players in different ways. Right now with Madden, you don't have that. You can have any coach. You kind of have scheme fit, but what does it really mean?
Mm-hmm.
So NBA 2K, you had that. You have, and you can kind of change how you run your type of offense, and it helps you with free agents, just like it does in NHL. NHL has a scouting system, has a fog of war, which should be in every game. That should boost how you. That should definitely boost how you scout either teams, farm systems. If you're playing a sport in a video game that has a farm system, and how an actual GM is supposed to operate throughout the season. Madden should have a GM mode, not a owner's mode. Should have a GM mode, so that way you can hire and fire any of the coaches. They definitely need a coaching staff because NHL has a coaching staff. So
this is kind of funny because even NCAA 14 had a coaching staff. You had an offense and defensive coordinator.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of funny that it's not in Madden at this point. It should have been in Madden since at least Madden 15.
Like, it's funny because in NBA 2K, they have a coaching staff, but I don't think it's as inclusive as they do it in NHL and also in past games, like you mentioned.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Ravens Nation on that, but we'll get to that. Go ahead.
What do you say?
No, keep going. We'll get to. I'm gonna get to the chat as soon as you finish.
Okay, but yeah, just closing out the way the games are going, the direction they've been going away from the deeper, richer experience, especially in your franchise modes, your gameplay controls, your depth, definitely environments. The environments, I would think that would be the first thing. If they were going to casuals, like Madden's environment should be rich with everything, but NHL, MLB The Show, NBA Live's environment,
NBA Live 10.
I'm probably missing a few. MLB The Show, maybe.
NBA Live 10 still has one of the best, in arena environments I've seen in a video game. NBA Live 10 is still good, and it changes within the time of the season. I have yet to see that. I think NBA 2K finally put it in, but I've yet to really see that in most games now.
Yeah, so all these sports games, the growth is in the direction towards the casuals and the newcomers, and they're willing to just be like, they're willing to let go of the hardcore gamers.
Yeah. Let's look at a couple of these chat. I'm talking about vision. A couple of these comments in the chat. The first thing I saw was Spectacular Pooh said bring back Vision, QB Vision. I agree, but it was too controversial. People felt slighted. That's one of the reasons why it never came back. Because some quarterbacks felt some kind of way by it. But I agree with you. Mm-hmm. Let's see. King David said, I still see the next big feature being collision physics from the NHL to the next Madden game.
They tried that with 13. 13 was pretty much
they tried
NHL's collision physics.
Yeah, they tried it. I'll be surprised they do.
Shout out to Victor Lugo, because that was the guy that was going to do it, but I don't know if they let him go or he just left.
He ended up working on Killer Instinct, and I want to say him and that team done a phenomenal job at that game.
Yeah, but I was saying before he went to work on
Oh
Killing
no,
Instinct, I don't
no,
know
they
if he
didn't.
was let go
Oh,
or if he just left.
He wasn't let go. He just left.
Okay.
He wasn't let go.
Yeah, that was the guy that was going to do it because I'm like hearing how he talked and what he talked about. Yeah, he would have did it.
King David says, from a business perspective, you get the trends of these sports game appealing to the lowest denominator, but as a player, it's really disappointing. That's basically what it is. They feel like they can get the lowest misinformed person about, not necessarily about the sport, but the most misinformed about gaming. Like if they can get somebody who just see the flash and pizzazz, they'll just buy the game. So let me see.
That's why I look at all these the content creators that put out these highlight reels.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically free advertisement for them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So.
When you, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I don't want nobody to think this is a slight at Shady or Cash Nasty. Any of them, they do phenomenal work at what they do. But let's call a spade a spade. It's free advertisement for the people who don't know that much about basketball and want to play straight up ball. If they want to dunk with Zach LaVine, they might put a Zach LaVine highlight, and all of a sudden, I'm going to buy NBA 2K. I mean, that's just how it goes. Ravens Nation said coaching changes made a slight difference in the PS2 days. I think you selling that short. You don't know how extensive the playbooks was back in the PS2 days. You actually had to change your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator. You can even change the special teams coach. And depending on the type of how good your special teams coach is how better your players will do on special teams. But basically, coaching changes were playbooks, and the head coach was the morale. It helped out with the morale of the team. But the offense and defensive coordinator were your playbooks. So I mean, it was really, it's still way ahead of its time. It's not even close. Bills, you didn't miss much. We're still just talking. Chris Thomas, don't apologize for being late. We know you're loyal to us. We appreciate it. Quayface came in. He said that EA loves that money too much to get in change of Madden. I can't remember what episode that was. It had to be episode 53 or something like that. I put a chart up. They make almost between 800 million and $1 billion a year off of MUT. You're exactly right. I don't think they will never change the monetization growth of the game. But I think as far as mechanics of the game, I still think with the technology we have, they should be able to do it. But I'm not getting my hopes up. We know what runs Madden. You go look at the Twitch channel, you go see what they put out on ESPN. We know what goes on with Madden. So with that being said, it's it is what it is. And personally, my main thing I would like to see for next generation, I would love to see a college game, but I would like to see another company do it. And I think that will really give my it will spark my interest in sports gaming on the next generation. If that happens, if we find out that EA Sports is doing, NCAA again, or even if they do NCAA basketball, then I'm just like, all right, it's like here we go again. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. I want to keep that in the back pocket and continue to talk about the growth, because I think that's an ongoing thing, and it seemed like people in the chat really like to discuss stuff like that. Not to say that our other topics are boring, but right. I know that we get a lot of engagement by it, and because I mean, you got to think about it. This community's basically been built off of what we used to have, and we kind of want those back. And I think that with that community, we'll always go back to cater to this type of stuff. At the end of the day, it's
and that's why when we talk about when we talk about like the next gen consoles and backwards compatibility, that's why I hope people just do not get their hopes up, because PS5 and Xbox.
Listen, DJ, real quick. Don't ask people to don't give their hopes up when they found out Hip Hop Gamer was the one that put out the articles.
Oh God.
So with that being said, if you're still thinking that it's going to happen when you find out he was the one that said it, you deserve to get disappointed.
But even so, because you even without that, remember when Xbox started going backwards compatible with a lot of their games, but they didn't do the sports games as much as they did all the other games, and people
Right,
was wanting the college football games and stuff like that, and they couldn't do it, or they didn't do it.
The only sports game they did was Fight Night.
Yeah.
Let's I take that back. I don't know if it's count, but with PlayStation Now, they did do NBA 2K14.
That doesn't count because it's PS4 game.
PS4 backwards compatibility really just consists of PS2 classics, really. But
right. So your favorite sports game, as much as you like it, as much as you loved it when you were growing up, it's probably not going to be on that list of backwards compatible games for either system.
I like I said before, I don't see why they can't put every single console in one box at this point. I can run everything. I don't want to feel like I'm repeat myself. I can run every single PlayStation console on my PC right now, except for PS4. I can actually download the PS3 emulator and run a PS3 on this PC. So I don't see why, if a bunch of Joe Blows that are in their attic making emulators for their own computer, why the people that actually own these BIOSes and own this tech, they can't put it in their own console. I just don't understand it. Maybe they can, but I guess they're trying to monetize that as well. And that's another story for another day. Mm-hmm. Thanks everybody for coming into the Discord. Well, I can say everybody. Ravens Nation joining the Discord. Problem is back on Twitch. He checks us out on Twitch. We appreciate that. And Optimus Goob, he's back and forth every now and then. I know he has a fairly busy life. He doesn't really chat with us as much, but I'm pretty sure he's here most of the time. Tadal 52, obviously Ravens Nation, and Chris Thomas finally came a little late, but we already know it's all love. Let's get into these playoff picks real quick.
Here we go.
Bills is here, so he can put his picks down in the chat. Y'all, what you want to start off with, DJ? What team?
Let's see. The first game on Saturday is going to be Minnesota versus San Francisco. So this is Minnesota with Kirk Cousins coming off a crucial game and playing in the clutch to pull that game out last week against the Saints, going up against a rested 49ers squad that you're talking about, okay, are they rusty because they haven't played in 2 weeks? Or is Minnesota a little too much on the high that they may get let down in San Francisco? So you have the Minnesota with Dalvin Cook in the backfield, pretty much. Like I said, Kirk Cousins, he's going to have to do it again because I don't think San Francisco is going to let Dalvin Cook run all over them like the Saints allowed Dalvin Cook to run all over them.
Right.
So my pick for this game is tough, but I'm going to go with San Francisco. I don't see Kirk Cousins pulling it out again. The New Orleans Superdome is not the home field advantage for the Saints as it used to be.
Right.
San Francisco, on the other hand, I think they got it. They're moving on to the NFC Championship. So I got San Francisco winning.
I'm taking the Niners as well. I think that the Vikings are going to go in there and try to play, but I think the 49ers, I'm not going to say the 49ers. I think Joey Bosa. Mm-hmm. And I think I can't remember the lineman.
So basically a pass rush.
Yeah, it's not just a pass rush. I'm taking that Joey Bosa is going to take over the offensive line. I'm not going to say it's the pass rush. I'm just thinking it's going to be him.
You think Sherman's going to shut down Thielen?
He has the ability to, but I think Thielen's going to get a few catches. Kirk Cousins going to have to get the ball out quick, and that's where Thielen's going to get a few catches. But I don't think it's going to be anywhere near like it was against the Saints. I mean, he was beating them over the top. He was getting separation and everything. And like the Saints defense just looked absolutely flat at times. It's like the Vikings basically played too soft, and that's the reason why the Saints stayed in the game. But I think the 49ers is just going to be up to the task and they're going to beat them. It looks like it's going to be a slug out, a slug out, drag out game because both defenses are good. But I think the Vikings are going to be a little bit way over their head. And I think the 49ers are going to convincingly win this game.
Yeah, and also the game is outdoors, so if
right,
I don't know, and it's supposed to be good weather, so it'll be like a normal playoff game. It's not going to be really cold. It's going to be like in between typical fall weather for like here in the East Coast.
Hold on, Tadal just said somebody got injured in practice. Who got injured in practice?
Yeah, he said he just got injured. So who
got injured?
Was it Thielen? Or was it Bosa? Because we've mentioned, and one person we haven't mentioned is Diggs. He's going to be the X factor in that game.
Yeah, I think Diggs could possibly have a big game.
So it Thielen.
Oh, so Thielen? Okay.
If Thielen if he's not going to be able to play, then I have no hope for Minnesota.
They're probably going to double Diggs, and that's probably going to be a wrap. Kyle Rudolph may help, but I don't think it's going to be enough. With that being said, I'll probably take the 49ers by 14.
I'll say it's 49ers. It'll be close. It'll be close because, like I said, everything's tighter in the playoffs. I don't really see a blowout with this.
You're right.
Unless Garoppolo shits in the bed.
I don't see that happening, man. I don't see it. Garoppolo's better. Is a little better than advertised. A lot of people have just been holding off on giving him credit. Now I understand why, but I don't think he's going to wet the bed. Well, Bills put I'll put it up here so everybody can see it. Bills did say he picking the Niners for this game.
It's a sweep for all three of us.
All three of us said we're picking the Niners. So, DJ, take away the next game.
All right. So Saturday night, I know Ravens Nation is looking forward to this. We have the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a hostile crowd for Tennessee to go into. Again, Baltimore hasn't played in 2 weeks. Are they going to be rusty? Apparently, Mark Ingram hadn't practiced up until today, I believe. And there was some worry that he may have to miss this game. As of right now, status, I believe, is still up in the air. So Baltimore's rushing attack versus Tennessee's rushing attack in the form of one person, because obviously Baltimore is not just it's not just Lamar Jackson, it's Mark Ingram and it's any other running back they want. If they throw RG3 out there, he can run the ball too. So with that being said, the key to this game is, like, they already know Travis Henry is going to run the ball. They already know he's going to run the ball. They're probably going to stack 8 on him. The key is going to be Tannehill. If Tannehill can have a better game than he did, he played well enough to score that upset against the Patriots, but he needs to play better. They need more out of him to be able to score some type of upset.
He said, "Who's Travis Henry?" Did you say Travis Henry?
I think I said Travis. Is it Chris Henry? I forgot his name. I forgot his first name.
Yeah, Travis Henry is a running back that came out of out of Tennessee. He played out of the University of Tennessee.
Then what was his first name? I'm bad with first names.
Derrick Henry played, but Travis Henry played for the Titans.
Oh, so what's his first name again?
With Derrick Henry.
Oh, it's Derrick Henry. Okay.
What the hell? That's your name too. You should. All right, L. Everybody put L's in the chat.
Oh well, but anyway, so Derrick Henry will be running the ball, but like I said, Tannehill is going to have to play better than what he did last week. And
let's go back real quick. Tannehill, yeah, he does. 8 for 15, 72 yards. Yeah, he has to play better. Personally, I'm taking the Ravens. I think Derrick Henry's going to have a month.
I didn't even give my pick at.
Oh, I thought you did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you so busy. Everybody give me L's. How about your L? Okay, anyway. I'm just saying you were so busy like pointing out my L that you got to take a L for skipping over a pick that I wasn't even able to
Nope.
give off.
Nope. Hell no. Nope.
Anyway, this is an anti-bullying podcast. But anyway, so my pick for this Tennessee-Baltimore game is going to be Baltimore. Because at the end of the day, that home crowd is going to decide the game. I think that home crowd can rattle Tannehill.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
So, like I said, Ravens will walk away from this game. It'll be another close one. It'll be a good game. Probably, this is the game to watch this weekend. Is Tennessee-Baltimore. So, Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens as well. I feel that nobody can beat the Ravens. I think Derrick Henry will have a big game. And I said this on the last episode, Derrick Henry could get all the yards and keep the Ravens on the sideline. But just like you said yourself, DJ, what Tannehill's going to do? Tannehill's going to have to throw for at least 200 yards. If he throws for at least 200 yards and Derrick Henry runs the way he runs, the Ravens not going to beat him. But I don't see Tannehill doing that. I see that the Ravens defense will keep this game afloat for the Ravens, even though Lamar Jackson has been phenomenal. But I just think that it's Tannehill versus the Ravens defense. And with that being said, the Ravens will get the W. I think Derrick Henry still runs for over 100 yards, though.
All right, so Bills in the chat states that the key will be the Ravens receivers not getting separation. Linebackers and DEs not getting too far up the field. I think the Titans take it 17-14. So he's going the route that I took as far as with the New England game last week. But he went with me in that New England game, so that was good. We don't. He's going for the Titans to take it 17-14.
We don't condone drug use on this podcast, sir. We don't condone drug use, Bills. So
that was lame. Anyway, Ravens Nation says that they will win 34-0. Don't at me. Well, no, they won't. If they lose, you'll get plenty of that. You'll get plenty of memes. You get plenty of everything. You'll probably get a special roast the following Tuesday on First and Framerates.
I'm taking Ravens 20. They're probably going to sound like 20-10.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see I don't see a shutout. I don't see that.
I don't see the Ravens scoring 34 points though. No,
No, I'm talking about you telling Ravens Nation he's on crack. That's what I was talking about. No. Titans have a good chance to win this game, but I said they're going to have to win. Tannehill has to throw for at least 200 yards.
That's why that crack deserved the L. But y'all go ahead and be
right?
for VF. I took my L, so
you still shooting this L thing, right?
Just saying.
But no, if he don't throw for at least 200 yards, the Ravens are going to win this game. Like I said, it'll be like 20-10, 24-13, something like that. So Bills, let's put that up there so everybody can see. Oh, we already put that up there, didn't we? Put up there again. He said you think the Titans going to take it 17-14. So everybody, pretty much, Bills took the Titans, then you took the Ravens, and Bills is still jotting this stuff down for Tuesday. All right, what's the next one, DJ?
All right, so the next game we have, I already picked this game on Tuesday. By default, we have the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And the game, it comes on at 3:05. That's a weird time.
Yeah,
it is, but you gotta think about it. The game is in the Midwest, so that's
4:05 for them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this game is tough to call. Well, it's not tough for me to call because I don't trust Kansas City in the playoffs at any point.
I just don't.
You got Deshaun Watson on the road, and he's been damn near automatic in the regular season. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I have an idea how it's going to turn out in the playoffs, but I'm already picking Houston over Kansas City in this game.
I'm with you on that. I don't trust Kansas City Chiefs defense. I've been on record all week to say I don't trust. Not to saying that the Texans going to win convincingly. I just think this is the one that's going to be somewhat of an upset. The Chiefs are supposed to win this game. They have the better offense, but I just have a feeling that the defense is going to let them down, and they're going to lose a game probably like it's going to be something like 24-27, something like that. The Chiefs defense is just going to let them down.
Here's the thing. I just see that crowd get tight real quick. If the score is not, if the Chiefs are not up by 2 touchdowns, that crowd's going to get real tight and it's going to get quiet at Arrowhead. And as the home team, you don't want Arrowhead to go quiet. The moment they go quiet, you're in trouble. And like I said, Deshaun Watson on the road, damn near lights out. So he can silence that crowd, then that's it.
Fun fact, I lived in Kansas my 10th grade year of high school, and I went to Arrowhead Stadium, and it was in the off season. That is a beautiful stadium. It's actually shaped like an arrow. That's why they call it Arrowhead. Say like the bowl of the stadium is actually shaped like an arrow. I thought that was pretty neat. But Bill say he think this game will be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a close game because Pat Mahomes is he's gonna score points for him. And I think Deshaun's going to put points on the board as well. It's just that there's going to be 1 or 2 critical moments where the Chiefs is just going to just lay an egg and they're not going to be able to help their offense. I
was about to say the same thing about Ravens Nation. Pause, my nigga. Pause.
That has consistent D. Wow. Hey. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, Ravens Nation, his second L of the chat.
Bill said he taking the Texans, right? No, he
said Chiefs.
Yeah, there it is, right there. He's taking.
He said the Chiefs are gonna win by a blowout. So
I'm taking the Texans by upset. I believe the Chiefs should win, but I feel like somebody or a group of people on the Chiefs defense will blow the game for them. So I'm taking the Texans, but the Chiefs should win. And you said you was taking who you say you was taking?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was taking the Texans.
Okay, so me and you taking the Texans, Bill's taking the Chiefs. Okay.
Correct.
All right, cool. All right, what's his last game? What are we looking at? Seahawks
this game is gonna be boring as hell.
You think so?
I think so. I don't know what it is, but it's that final game after the first 3 games have gone by for the weekend. All of a sudden, that energy is gone. You're trying to get that energy back for this last game, and then the game just puts you to sleep. And
to be honest,
Seattle and Philly put me to sleep last week.
Hold on. To be honest with you, they should have switched these 2 games. The Texans and Chiefs should have been last, and the Seahawks and Packers should have been first. Because you got Mahomes versus Watson, that's primetime football right there. That one should have been last. No disrespect to Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, but we all know who's like the face of the NFL right now.
So
you know what I mean?
This game is easily a toss-up. You don't know what Seattle is planning to do next. DK had a coming out party in last week's game. The biggest receiver on the field, of course. He's going to be able to catch passes over everybody. But can they do that again? And you have the mystique of Aaron Rodgers once he gets into the playoffs. But it's going to come down to what Bills had said about Baltimore's receivers. Can they get separation? Can anybody's receivers get separation in this game, much less just Green Bay? Is Aaron going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat? Is it going to be one of those things where the crowd pulls them through? Is Russell Wilson going to have to rush for 100-something yards if they don't get any rushing yards out of their 2 running backs, including beast mode?
I'm taking Packers defense dominate this game.
I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Packers defense is very underrated. Nobody's been talking about them. Spectacular Pooh in the chat saying that go Rodgers. I don't think Rodgers is the deciding factor of this game. I think the Packers defense is going to be the reason why they pretty much contain. I'm not going to say they're going to dominate. They're going to contain the Seahawks enough to win this game. And just like Bill said, 21-7, I can see that. I can see a 21-7 or a 24-10 type game. Packers win. I do see that.
Yeah, I have Seattle winning because the focus of the Packers is going to be Russell Wilson. And they have the 2 pass rushes to do it. But if you feed the Packers a draw every now and then, a screen pass every now and then, you're going to have Zadarius Smith and what's the other Smith? He was on our team.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, you're going to have them rushing up the field. If you can lure them to Wilson, Wilson just dumps it off to the running back, whether it's beast mode or the starter, then as long as they get their running backs involved, that's going to eventually make it hard for those defensive ends to be, or those outside linebackers to be able to get to Wilson, and then eventually it's going to set it up for something deep to DK.
I don't think that the Packers will stop the Seahawks offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll be able to move the ball. I feel that they're going to have a bend don't break mentality to where they're going to move the ball, but they're going to end up putting like 7 or 10 points total. They'll probably be in the red zone like 5 times and only able to do something, once. And they may get a touchdown off of a deep ball. They get beat 1 time, but they'll get to the red zone maybe like 5 times, and they may be successful 1 or 2 times.
Right.
I think the Packers defense is much better than advertised, and I'll say like a 24-10 game, maybe 24-13. So you're picking the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking the Packers, and Bill's also picked the Packers. He even put a score up. He said Packers 21-7. So I can see. I can see all these picks are actually pretty decent ones.
Yeah, because I'm like for the Seahawks not to be able to run the ball is going to if they're not able to run the ball in this game, it will be detrimental to their success. But I see them able to break through.
Now, if the Seahawks can't run the ball, we're probably looking at a 21-3 game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 21-6. Because I think the Packers defense is a little better than it's better than advertised. They've been doing pretty good all year. That's pretty much for all the topics. But we still got a little bit of time. So, what's on your mind, DJ? Something you want to talk about real quick? Or anybody in the chat got questions?
Yeah, because since we have this time and Bills is in the chat, any questions about the Discord thus far? I am the community manager for the Discord, so that's my official title now. Go right ahead. Ravens Nation, if you have any questions about your sanity, we will definitely ask at some point in time.
No, I mean seriously, like if you're having like sports or gaming questions like that's something that we can get. We can run a quick topic off before we go.
National championship, because that game plays this Monday.
Oh shit! Yeah. I didn't even have a chance to put that.
It's funny because I was thinking about it before the podcast came on because I know that they play Monday. I know we was about to talk about it, but we were thinking ahead 1 week. So yeah, let's talk about this national championship, LSU and Clemson.
Real quick before we do that, Bills, we wanted to talk about Carmelo, but since you wasn't going to be in, I kind of scratched it. I really want you to be here to talk about Melo. So definitely, if you're Tuesday, we're going to do that eventually. As far as the national,
because he ain't going anywhere, obviously.
As far as the national title game, I totally forgot about it, and I don't know why I did. I think Kyle Anderson did that or something. I don't know. Real quick, don't forget. I'm not going to forget the questions that you got. We can talk about those as soon as we talk about the national title game. Basically, it's going to be a pick. So everybody else, you can put your picks in as well. DJ, go ahead. You can start that one off.
Well, I'm the one who doesn't really follow college football all too much. I don't see Clemson repeating. I think LSU takes this. And I think they take it in a convincing fashion. It's not going to be the close games that you're going to see these NFL playoffs. This one, LSU will completely own Clemson in this game. So LSU, go Tigers.
Wow.
And I just realized it. They're both Tigers. Yeah. Clemson Tigers and the LSU Tigers. So, oh, my God. Really?
Yep, they really are.
Go LSU Tigers, just to make it clear. I picked LSU.
The one thing's for certain, the one thing's for sure that the Tigers are going to win the national championship. But no, Oh, this was hard because
Wait,
LSU.
hold on. Pooh, how is going to take another L if both teams is named Tigers? You taking an L for trying to force an L.
Pooh been taking L years now. Well, anyway, LSU's been looking like world beaters, man. I mean, how they did Georgia, how they did Oklahoma. I mean, I kind of saw the Oklahoma thing coming. A couple of teams this year did play them close. They were more complete teams, and I believe that Clemson is the most complete team they faced. Also, LSU is the most complete team that Clemson's faced. So, but I think Dabo always gets his team up and ready for games like this. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be much better than we think he is. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would not be surprised if he has one of those games like he did against Alabama last year when they blew him out.
Mm-hmm.
LSU defense is somewhat suspect. The offense is that good, so it makes the other team one track. I don't think that they'll be able to do that to Clemson. Clemson's defense is good as well. So this is going to be a close game somewhere along the lines like when LSU play Alabama or like when LSU play Auburn, because I think Auburn played them close as well. But to be honest, it is hard for me to take a pick. But I'm kind of leaning toward the game of being in the 30s, maybe low 40s. And if I really had to pick, I'll take Clemson by 3. Like a 40-37 or 44-41, or even what Quayface said, 37-34, something like that. I just think LSU is good enough. Don't get me wrong. They look really good, but I just feel that Clemson is a little more experienced, and I think they'll be able to take it on that alone. Bill's already put his on out there. Yeah. Let's look at some of the chat real quick. Quayface, like I said, he said that Clemson wins 37-34. Pooh said LSU 24-21. And obviously, Bills, he said his pick for national titles, Clemson 37-31. Yeah, I can see it being close, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. And like I said, I'm taking it like 44-41, 40-37 Clemson. So I'm taking Clemson as well. So you're taking LSU.
Yeah, Bill. I'm taking LSU. I think it's going to be like 50-something. It's going to be like 54, 55 to like 28.
Whoa. Wait a minute. You said that. I had to catch myself real quick. LSU wins 55-28?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't see that, but okay.
Well, all these scores are keeping it like in the 30s, but I'm just going to be the wild card. I'm picking 50. I'm picking 50s and 20s. So there we go.
Hey, that's almost a 25-point game, bro.
I said it was going to be in convincing fashion, score 50 points and win by more than 3 touchdowns. So.
I can't pull up Chris Thomas's I can't pull up his chat. I mean, his chat for the screen, but he says LSU 35, Clemson 32. Yeah, even if LSU wins, it's gonna be a 3-point game. Maybe 6 points. There it is, right there. Bam. Chris Thomas, 35-32. But yeah, King David DJ said he's gonna drop 50 on Clemson. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Well, sometimes you have to gamble. Sometimes you may not see it. It may not happen. That's the risk you take.
All right, let's look at some of these questions real quick. This is absolutely no, Pooh. Well, I'll go for no, I'm not. Can y'all please squad up with Star Wars? What kind of games are you picking, man? No, don't get me wrong. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has gotten a lot better. But I don't know if you've been here earlier. I don't have my current consoles anymore. I got rid of them. But I do have Star Wars Battlefront on PC, and I don't think we can link up like that through EA Origin. So, but nobody plays Star Wars Battlefront 2.
People still do. The game's gotten better. They've taken the loot boxes and stuff out the game.
Right. That's true. You're right.
And the content they've been dropping a lot of the Star Wars Rise of the Last Skywalker, Rise of the Skywalker type content in there.
I
It's been pretty good from what I've seen from these content creators.
heard the game looks beautiful.
Oh
And
yeah, the game is from the jump was a beautiful game.
I
It's
mean,
just that them loot boxes,
right.
yeah.
I mean, the Fallen Order looks fantastic as well, so I can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anybody else? He said the game was $13. We don't care. I would like to squad up with some game. I mean, but there's nothing. We basically have to wait till the PS5. Honestly,
Yeah, at this point, we definitely want to see what's coming out in this next gen, and like as we talked about earlier with the sports gaming growth, I don't have anything to look forward to.
Now
next gen.
I will tell you one thing I would like to do. Definitely when 2K21 comes out, or hell, even if Live 21 decides to come out, I would like to get us as a group, me, you, Bills, or anybody else in the chat. If you know one of us would not want to participate, we should all squad up on NBA 2K and just run some games.
I'm gonna give Pooh another L. He said, "Go play NCAA Game Breaker."
You know, he's trolling at this point.
I know.
Hey, Game Breaker is a good looking game when you get it in progressive scan, but that game plays horrible.
Nah, that's okay.
I
didn't trust the football games that came out of 989 Sports.
Yeah, I agree. I think the last good game that came out from 989 Sports was like Game Day 98, because they forced Madden. Yeah, because they forced Madden to go to 3D polygons, because Madden 98 still had them 2D sprites. And Game Day 98 came out with the 3D polygons, and Madden was like, "Oh shit," and they had to change it up. But no, but I think
I wonder if you can play GoldenEye on your phone, because
you can.
They have these emulators that you can play on your cell phone.
You can. N64 emulator is, I think it's
because I did it one time, and I was playing No Mercy. Or was it? No, I was playing WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Right. I wonder if I got Metro Prime up there on my shelf on GameCube. What if I got that?
Me, I download the music from those games back. That has all the Mega Man games. And
right. Hey, they got the Mega Man Zero series coming out. I want to play it. I never played the Mega Man Zero games because they was all on PSP or something like that. But they're coming out just like how they did the Mega Man collections and Mega Man X collections. I'm a sucker for 2D games. I grew up on I could play 2D games all day, but I do want to play the Zero series that I haven't played it, or I haven't played them before. Anything else anybody else got in the chat before we go? I mean, we pretty much touched on everything. Kyle Anderson's game.
He took an L. I took an L. A couple people in the chat took an L. VF refused to take his L, but he got one.
I'm gonna take mine. I'll take mine.
Everybody got them L's. Where's Oprah at?
What the hell? Shout out to Optimus Klein. Who the hell is Optimus Klein? Well, anyway,
what?
Discord is growing. We up to 12 members. I mean, up to 12, and actually, the Discord is actually very enjoyable. I'm actually loving the post that's in there. It's very, good interaction. DJ, like you said, he's the community manager. He runs the Discord, and King David is doing a great job of keeping things together as well. I mean, the channels in the Discord is really good. I don't see anything to expand upon. General sports, video gaming.
Well, what we talked about before is like as the Discord grows, the posting of links, the promotion, we may create a separate promotion channel because as I was looking at it, I was thinking the magic number was probably like 20 people. If we get to 20 people, we create a self-promotion channel, so that way we can keep all the self-promotion there and keep the rest chatting. And then eventually I was thinking about setting up a voice channel for the Super Bowl.
Well, and also think about it like this, guys. And y'all may not know, But you can set up Discord on your phone. I mean, you just go to your Google Play or iTunes or App Store. You can get Discord on your phone, so you don't have to be in front of a computer to
Right.
chat with us. Because I got it on my phone and I got it on my computer. So if you guys are like willing to, just download the app, you can be a part of Discord, easily be a part of our Discord. It's very convenient. That's another thing I like about it. It's very convenient. We all can get that together.
Yeah, because right now, as far as the channels we have general sports, video gaming, and we encourage anybody who has any ideas, any issues, whatever. We do have a feedback channel.
Right.
It's called FFR Q&A/feedback. So it's first and frame rates, question and answer, and feedback. So feel free to drop any thoughts you guys have in that channel.
All right. So you got anything else, Bills? You got anything in the chat? You said the Celtics about to take an L.
Yeah, Wizards took an L the other night. That was a big L they took.
Man, I haven't even been following my Bulls, man. I need to see what's going on with them. I haven't checked on them in a while, but definitely before we go, I want to put this up here because this is a serious matter right here. Shout out to the artists and streamers that are participating in the Australian bushfire appeal. They're streaming and creating for art for charity. Just keep the people in Australia in your prayers. They had a lot of fires going on. Like literally the whole continent is on fire. And I can't imagine. I see people in California going through this type of stuff. We actually had a few people on YouTube that I know actually lose their houses in those fires in California. So I cannot I can't imagine. So, and not only that, one of our chat members that I can't wait that he joined the Discord, Noble, he lost his father a few days ago, and he's really grieving right now. So if you can find him on Twitter, just send him some love. Let him know that we're thinking about him and his family. And because I like I said, I lost my dad a few years ago, and I know what he's going through. Also with
go ahead. Oh, one more thing, just to go back on the Australian brush fire advertisement. Also, I hope people are checking on Aborigines, because lost in all this, everybody talking about the koalas and the animals, the kangaroos, and everybody else. No one's brought up the Aborigines. They are out there too, dealing with this as much as everyone else. So include them in your prayers.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Noble's that is his Twitter handle. So y'all go check him out, just see if he's doing okay, because he hasn't tweeted in a little bit, and like I say, I can't imagine stuff like that, and going through that. I mean, I've been there, so I know what he's going through. But Bills is in the hospital. He was able to tough it out throughout the entire episode. He said he had a little precautionary situation, so he's doing well, but still, keep him in your thoughts as well.
Man, he put some tussin on it. He's all right.
Rub some tussin on it. Oh, we'll be back Tuesday. Tomorrow. I'm glad that I was able to stream on Twitch today and on YouTube. Bitrate is fine. I had an issue with my stream yesterday because of high volume within the community where I live.
What? You trying to smash one of the nurses?
Man, that nigga, man. You know what they're gonna do to him? They're gonna give his ass some NyQuil. His ass gonna go straight to sleep.
Right, and then he gets raped.
Well, whoa. Come on, man. Come on now, bro. Damn, man. Why all that?
You said give him some NyQuil. That's the Bill Cosby treatment. Just reverse.
Oh man,
that man gonna get the reverse Bill Cosby treatment. Put his ass to sleep. And they really gonna put his ass to sleep.
Well, anyway, the bit rate is looking good. The connection's looking good. I had no drops throughout this entire, stream, because the stream was acting funny yesterday. So it looked like I'm good to go for tomorrow. Some more NC State Dynasty. Probably mix that up with some what's that? The team Oakland Raiders Dynasty. And I hope you guys really enjoyed, this episode. This has been a really interactive episode, and I'm glad that people came through and stepped back and listened. Like I said, I feel that this format a little bit condensed is helping and is working for everybody. Nobody feel like they're falling asleep after hour number 2. So we really appreciate it. Come through the Discord, man. We really want you guys to come there so you can talk with us. I mean, I'm always on there 24/7, and literally I'm on there 24/7. And so you can just chat away anything you want to talk about sports and sports gaming. The only thing we ask, don't bring your personal problems. I don't want to hear about an itch or rash you got. I don't want to hear about any other
nothing political. As much as I like to entertain that on Twitter, nothing political.
Yeah, please, no. We see that enough on Twitter.
And just to be advised, we will be screening potential people coming in. That was something that we discussed, and I had brought somebody up, and that backfired. So yeah, we will be screening people as they come in.
Yeah, other words,
so keep your Glocks. Keep everything at home. We will be scanning for any type of heat coming into the community because we don't want any of that. We want it healthy. Trash talk is fine, whatever, but keep it sports and sports gaming and video gaming.
Man, it's time to go, man. This nigga talking about nudity in the
what?
It's time to go.
No, we don't have no dress code, but still.
No nudity in the Discord. No. I know he's just kidding, but still. All right. We're gone.
So no nudity?
No nudity. No nudity in the Discord.
No.
Because all I need is for my wife to pick up my phone and she goes through the Discord.
Right.
Like,
trying to get this man in trouble.
Yeah, like, what the hell y'all doing in the Discord? Y'all supposed to be talking about sports. What kind of sports you trying to run? Then all of a sudden, the person Framerates is no more. I ain't gonna be no shit around here. All right, we're going. We appreciate everybody. Definitely.
Thank you guys for coming through tonight. And Bills, get healthy quick.
Right. Bills, get healthy. Keep Noble in your prayers. Keep the guys in Australia. We hope they're safe and everything. And obviously, I don't really want to get into this too much, but keep our
VF grounded.
I know, right? But keep our troops in your prayers as well, because stuff going on overseas, it's not their fault, but we want them to come back home safe.
Yeah, also those civilians, that flight that was shot down, I don't know, by accident, that Iran shot down.
Yeah. We gotta
keep those families in your prayers as well. Those are Canadians and I think Ukrainians that were on that flight. So
exactly,
they got caught in the crossfire.
Yeah. So all right, we'll get back. We'll do some results of these games. National title. Talk about some Carmelo Anthony. We talk about these playoff games and some Q&A. We'll come up with a couple gaming topics as well for Tuesday. So thank you guys once again, and we are gone. See you guys next time. Peace.
Peace, and Washington Nationals, your daily reminder.